Jason Statham has long been known as the tough, unshakable action star who insists on doing his own stunts. But the truth behind the camera is far more brutal than fans realize, especially after medical reports in 2025 revealed the physical cost of a career built on danger. Broken ribs, multiple concussions, and a wrist fracture that never healed correctly, leading his wife Rosie to demand that he stop performing certain stunts after doctors warned them about long-term damage. He can't simply fight through anymore. Born on July 26, 1967 inches, Shirebrook, Derbyshire, he grew up in a place shaped by coal mines, hard work, and the constant pressure to survive. His father, Barry, born in 1939, juggled everything from house painting to mining to street vending, even lounge singing in the Canary Islands just to keep money flowing. While his mother, Eileen Yates, a professional dancer, brought rhythm and warmth to a household that mixed grit with flashes of showmanship. When the family moved to Great Yarmouth, Jason learned hustling by watching Barry sell goods in open markets. But instead of following that path full-time, he committed himself to martial arts at 11, karate, kickboxing, Chinese martial arts, eventually earning a black belt and mastering throws like seoi-nage and holds like kesagatame, giving him discipline that set him apart from other kids. He and Vinnie Jones crossed paths in school, each shaped by the rough edges of sport and survival, and by the time Statham was 12, he added diving to his routine, eventually training for 12 years with Britain's national squad, competing in the 1990 Commonwealth Games and placing 8th in the 1-meter, 11th in the 3-meter, and 12th in the 10-meter platform events, a journey that didn't lead to the Olympics but sharpened his body and mind. Even while training, he worked beside his father selling knockoff perfume and jewelry, modeling campaigns for Tommy Hilfiger, Griffin, and Levi's in 1996. 1997, barely paid, enough to survive. But they kept him visible until Guy Ritchie discovered him and cast him in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels for $5,000. Because Statham could play a street hustler without acting, he had lived it. Snatch came 2 years later for $15,000, with real bruises, tension, and improvisation, shaping his scenes alongside Brad Pitt and Benicio del Toro. His career blew open in 2002 with The Transporter, where he fought through oil-soaked floors, brutal kicks, cracked ribs, and car chases filmed at near 80 miles per hour with no stunt double. By Transporter 2, he was climbing a 10-story building with suction cups, falling 20 feet, spraining his ankle, and grinding through scenes despite the pain, while Transporter 3 delivered shoulder dislocations and harsh Ukrainian terrain that left lasting injuries. Films like Death Race and The Bank Job pushed him into even more dangerous territory. Real explosions, government oversight, decapitation-level props, and MI5 involvement due to sensitive source material, while war left him with a deep sword wound from Jet Li that required 12 stitches. The Italian Job trapped him underwater during a tunnel stunt gone wrong. Crank had him sprinting across Los Angeles highways with real traffic, and The Expendables 3 nearly killed him when a truck's brakes failed and he plunged into the Black Sea, surviving only because of his diving background. Mechanic and Fast and Furious 6 added more injuries, including a 260-feet ramp crash that hospitalized him with whiplash, while The Meg trapped him 45 feet underwater inside a cracked diving rig. Even off-set life brought strain. Broken engagements, tense relationships, and paparazzi chases that nearly cost him and Rosie their lives. Their son, Jack Oscar, born in 2017, pushed him toward therapy and new boundaries. though drones and spotlight pressure still invaded their home, from allergic bee stings on The Beekeeper to mentoring young stunt performers in 2025 after his own hospital stay, to billion-dollar franchises like Hobbs & Shaw, $760 million, and The Expendables, $1.2 billion. Statham built an unstoppable legacy, yet he still carries the sting of turning down James Bond at 39, and the relief of donating $1 million to UK diving programs to help kids avoid the streets. Hoaxes falsely declared him dead in 2025, but he was alive in Italy and filming Levon's Trade, a darker, more personal role meant to reinvent him again.